Well, talking has cooled me down, so let's continue with the training. I'm skipping school, so I should acquaint my body with fighting as much as time allows. Saber, let's start. I've rested enough.
そうなのですか? 見たところ、体の熱は下がったようですが、痛みの方はまだ収まっていないでしょう。
Is that so? It looks as if you have cooled down, but your pain has not yet given away, or it's not yet gone away, right?
構わないよ、そんなのは。ただの内身なんだから、多少の痛みは我慢する。
I don't care, they're just bruises, so I'll bear a little pain. I can heal automatically now.
しかし、それで悪化しては鍛錬の意味がない。もうしばらくは様子を見るべきだと思いますが。
But there's no point in training if it worsens. I believe we should wait a bit longer and see.
いいからいいから。東坂が帰ってくるまでにやっときたいんだ。
Don't worry, I want to finish this before Tosaka gets home. We can't have her see me like this, right?
わかりました。
Otherwise she'll go tsundere
いずれ
again.
敵となる凛にシロの腕前を知られるのは
Did she just say
よくありません
sigh? That confuses me. I'm not sure if they're saying sigh or if they're actually sighing. Sigh. I understand. It is certainly not good to have Rin, our eventual enemy, find out about your powers.
多少無茶とは思いますが、そういうことでしたらペースを上げていきましょう。
I believe it is a bit excessive, but if that's the case, let us bring the pace up a little. Saber picks up the shinai, and then a strange sound echoes through the dojo.
セイバー?
Saber? I think that was Saber's stomach.
空腹のようです。鍛錬に夢中で気がつきませんでした。
I believe I am hungry. I did not notice since I was so engrossed in training.
そういえばもう昼か。
Oh, yeah, now that you mention it, it's lunchtime already. No wonder her stomach has started growling. I'm not that hungry yet, but if Saber's hungry, let's have lunch. It'll be good if my body heals in that time as well.
いや、ちょうどいいし昼にしよう。ささっと材料買ってくるから、セイバーは居間で休んでいてくれ。
Alright, it's good time, so let's have lunch. I'll go buy some groceries so you can rest in the living room.
シロ、外出するなら私も付き添いますが。
Shiro, I shall escort you if you're going outside.
大丈夫、すぐ近くの商店街だ。真っ昼間から襲いかかってくるやつはいないし。
It's fine. I'm only going to the shopping district nearby. There's no one who will attack me in the daytime, and we'd rather stand out if you were with me.
本当に危険はないのですね。
There really is no danger.
ないって。すぐに帰ってくるから待っててくれ。
No, I'll come back right away, so please wait here. I take my wallet and go outside. It won't take me even 10 minutes on a bicycle to get to the shopping district from here. By the way, the bicycle I took from the garage is bicycle number 2. Number 1 is still out in front of the Reupload temple. Yep, I'm just gonna leave it there. I descend the hill. I don't think I've been to the shopping district in the daytime on a weekday since I was running errands as a child. Because it's daytime, there are lots of housewives at the intersection on their way home from shopping. They're coming from the shopping district that Sakura and I go to regularly. I finished buying all the groceries. Ingredients for lunch for 2 and a light Japanese snack. Dinner for tonight is fine since Tosaka's in charge of that, but I buy enough bread for 4 people for tomorrow's breakfast. I don't know how to make strawberry jam, so I buy the cheapest. No, that'll probably get me some criticism, so I buy a rather expensive one. Oh, we're fancy, aren't we? Buying those expensive groceries. The expensive brand and not the cheap knockoff brand. Damn, it's really expensive. Why do I have to pay 1,000 yen for something so sweet? Because it's gourmet, Shiro. I complain as I put the groceries into the bicycle cart. And then, I feel something tugging at my clothes from behind. I turn around, wondering what it could be. There is a young girl with silver hair. What? You're... I back off, knocking the bicycle over. I stand ready at once while the girl just smiles at me. I don't feel any murderous intent, nor even enmity from that girl. In addition, the girl says,
よかった。生 生きてたんだね、お兄ちゃん。
I'm glad you're alive, Oni-chan. Eugh. And she smiles happily. This girl is definitely Berserker's master. The master of the monster that slashed me in one blow that night. Who would expect to meet someone like this in a shopping district near their house, especially in daytime? She's trying to intimidate you, Shiro. Don't be fooled. Don't tell me you intend to fight me here.
おかしなことを言うんだね。お日様が出ているう
That's
ち
right,
に
we
戦
have
っ
to
ちゃ
follow
ダ
the
メなん
rules
だから。
of this death game. You're saying strange things. We can't fight while the sun's up. She frowns in displeasure. That is definitely the behavior of a young girl suitable for her age. Oh, sure, if only you knew what she really was. I don't know her intentions. But even I can tell that the girl in front of me is harmless. Okay, then. You're... If I remember correctly,
イリアスフィール・フォン・アインツベル。
I am German!
イリアでいいよ。それで、お兄ちゃんはなんて名前？
Elias Fiel von Einsburn. It's long, so you can call me Ilya. So what's Oni-chan's name? Is it just like a thing in Japan for little girls to call random male strangers that happen to be older than them Oni-chan, or is that just like some moe thing from anime? I'm genuinely curious about that. Me? I'm Emiya Shiro.
エミヤシロ？なんか言いにくい名前だね、それ。
Emiya Shiro? That's hard to say. It's also one word. It's the first time I've heard it pronounced like that, too. No, if you have trouble remembering it, you can call me Shiro. That's my name.
シロウ？なんだ、思ってたより簡単な名前なんだね。
It sounds aloof.
シロウか。うん。響きは合格ね。単純だけど、孤高な感じがするわ。
Shiro? Oh, so it's an easier name than I thought. I see. Shiro. Yeah, that sounds good. It's simple, but it sounds aloof. Iliasfiel looks at me with suggestive eyes. My body unintentionally moves and lowers its waist down so I can move it more freely. Or so I can move more freely. Because she is Berserker's master. If she felt like it, she could probably blow me away along with the flower shop next to me. But that's if she has Berserker, Shiro.
いいよ、シロウ。今日はバーサーカーも置いてきたの。お兄ちゃんだってセイバーを連れてないから。おあいこ。
Oh, you don't have to be so careful. I left Berserker at home today. Oni-chan left Saber behind too, so we're equal. Iliasfiel looks up at my face happily. Well, what do you mean equal?
ね、お話ししよう。私ね、話したいこといっぱいあったんだから。
Hey, let's talk. I have lots of things I want to talk to you about. What? The girl clings to my arm as naturally as if she were holding her father's.
待て待て待て待て。いきなり何しやがるお前。新手の策略か、こいつは。
Hold on. What are you doing all of a sudden? Is this some new scheme? Probably.
何って、だからお話したよ。
But he's not a child.
普通の子供って仲良くお話しするものなんでしょ。
We're just gonna talk. Normal children talk friendly, right?
いや、それはそうなんだ。
It's a ruse. Well, that's true, but we're different. We're both masters and we've already fought. We're more like enemies. And you pretty much almost killed me
それ
too.
は違うよ。私に敵なんていないもん。他のマスターはただの害虫。けど、いい子にしてたらシロウは見逃してあげてもいいよ。
That's not right. I don't have any enemies. Other masters are just harmful beings, but I can't let you go if you behave yourself. But I can let you go if you behave yourself. No, Shiro. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by the moe. She's saying terrible things so casually, too.
もうとにかく離れろ。
Jeez, just get off me. You're being absurd. I swing my hand and throw Iliasfiel off. Kya! She topples. As I tried to make her let go, the girl almost falls to the ground.
いや、
Oh no, Ilya. Why the hell did I do something like that right then? When I noticed, I instantly reached out for Ilya's feel. Jeez, this is too long. Ilya's waist and caught her as she fell. Oh, I guess. Oh, okay. She was referring to Ilya's waist. I silently lower Ilya to the ground. Ellipsis. Ilya is silent. I don't know what to say either, so I stand still, looking down at Ilya. This is awkward. This is awkward, so the instant I try to leave to go home...
Nani? Oni-chan.
You know, I'm not convinced since you're saying that with that expression. What? Do you not like me, Oni-chan? That night, she says this with the same glowing red eyes she had when Berserker was with her. A chill runs down my spine. Her gestures up to now were so childlike that my sense of danger had faded, but she's definitely Berserker's master. Well, no fucking shit, Mr. Obvious. I'll die if I disobey her. I can't show my face to Saber if I die in vain here, and most of all, I'll involve all the people here in the shopping district. Yes, I can bet on it. This girl would mercilessly use her power as a master no matter where she is. Alright, we'll talk, so I'll keep calm. Is that okay, Ilya? I can't take it, guys. My heart. Yup. Well, let's go to the park over there. I just want to look at it, but there wasn't anyone there. Ilya starts to run with dancing steps. Oh my god. Hurry, hurry! I'll leave you behind if you don't hurry, Shiro. Really? Ilya runs through the shopping district, spinning in circles. She really went on ahead. Beyond amazement, I'm a bit moved. For this girl, Ilya, any promise is an absolute truth. That's why she ran off so happily. She doesn't think I'll run away thinking it's a chance to do so when I'm alone. I told her I'll talk to her, so she ran off trusting me to do so. What's with her? She's really unbalanced. But, well, I'm not yet grown up enough to betray such a pure trust. Yeah, okay. Oh, pure trust. She'll never betray me. Ilya and I are alone in the small park a little way from the shopping district. Maybe all the children are at school, or maybe such a small park isn't popular anymore. Anyways, we start to talk in the empty winter park, bathed in a strangely tense atmosphere. Wait, so what are we gonna talk about? Do you want to know about Saber? Huh? Why would we talk about Saber? Because we're masters. We'd want to gain information on enemy servants, right? I don't want to talk about that. It's boring if we don't talk about something more fun. Well, you say boring, but then what's fun for you, Ilya? Killing people! I don't know. I haven't talked to other people much, so I don't know what I should talk about. Hey, you brought me here to talk in spite of that? Didn't you get taught to not act on something until you think it through? I bet you didn't. So be a thoughtful adult from now on. It's fine. I'll let you do that sort of thing. Chivalry! It's the man's responsibility to escort the lady, right? So all I'll have to do is follow you. Oh god, stop getting close like that. She smiles and leans on my shoulder. She's not just being over-familiar, but it's as natural as a small animal snuggling because it's cold. Wait. Looking closely at her, she does actually look cold.
イリア、もしかして
Ilya, are you
寒いの
cold?
か？
寒い。私、寒いの苦手なの。
Huh? Yeah, I'm cold. I don't like the cold. She breathes out a white puff. Even though she said she doesn't like it, she looks at her breath happily.
そうか。いつもはそうでもないんだけど、今日は妙に寒いからな。寒いのが苦手なら答えるだろうけど、そのイリアはどっから来たんだ？なんか随分と貴族っぽい名前だけど。
I see. It's not always like this, but it's strangely cold today. It would be pretty bad if you don't like the cold. Where are you from, Ilya? Your name sounds kind of noble.
貴族っぽいんじゃなくて、貴族だよ。
Excuse me, I am noble, okay? It's not kind of noble, I am noble.
私はアインツベルンのね、古いお城で生まれたの。
I was born in the old Einsburn Castle.
いっつも寒くて、雪が降ってたんだ。
It was always cold and snowing,
これぐらいの
so I'm
寒さは
fine with
平
this
気かな。
cold.
寒い国に生まれたのか。なら寒さには慣れてる
You
も
were
んじゃない
born in a cold country, right? Then shouldn't you be used to the cold?
慣れてるけど寒いのは嫌なの。私、冷たいのより暖かい方が好きだもん。
I'm used to it, but I don't like it.
暖かい方がいいんじゃない？
I like warm more than cold. Don't you like warm too?
ああ、そりゃそうだ。冷たいよりは暖かい方がいい。
Yeah, of course. I like it warm rather than cold.
だよね。うん。だから寒い日は部屋の中で温まってる
Oh
の。
my god.
でも雪は好きよ。白くて私の髪と同じだって父様が言ってたから。
Yeah, so I stay warm in my room when it's cold, but I like the snow. It's so white, and my dad said it's just like my hair. Guess that's totally natural. I clap my hands together. She's right now that she mentioned it. I was trying to work out why I was, or what I associated with Ilya. If there was such a thing as a snow fairy, wouldn't it look like her?
うまいこと言うな。イリアの親父さんは。確かにイリアの髪は雪みたいだ。
Your father says clever things. Your hair is certainly like snow. It's white and it looks soft.
でしょ？
Well, sometimes snow can be really hard
イリアの自慢なんだ
and
から。
cold.
私
Well,
の
actually,
中
never
で
mind.
唯一
It's
女
always
の
cold.
子
What
ら
the fuck
し
am
い
I talking about?
母様譲りの髪なんだ。
Right? This hair is something I can brag about. It comes from my mom, and it's the only girlish thing about me. I don't want to know why you just said that, really. Alright. Ilya laughs happily. Seeing such gestures really numbs me. I couldn't have believed she was really Berserker's master if I hadn't seen it.
ねえ、シロは？シロはお父さんから譲ってもらったものってあるの？あ、魔術刻印っていうのはなしよ。
How about you, Shiro? Don't you have something you got from your dad? Oh, don't say the magic crest.
マスターとしてじゃなくて、お父さんとして譲ってもらったものだよ。
I'm talking about what you got from him as your dad, not as a master.
俺？最後にもらったのは家かな。
Huh? Me? I guess my house in the end.
その前は名字。で、最初にもらったのは。
Before that, I got my last name, and the thing I got first was my life when I was about to die. Because I was the only one saved by Kiritsugu in that fire 10 years ago.
そうだな。イリアみたいな両親から受け継いだ肉体的な特徴はないよ。けど、それに負けないぐらい多くのものをもらってきたと思う。
Let's see, I don't have any physical features like you that I got from my parents, but I think I got a lot of things as good as that. Ilya's delighted as if it concerned her. I bet no one could stay unhappy if they were smiled at like this.
でも、今の話
But
だ
it's
と
all lies.
シロは魔術刻印を受け取らなかったんだ。おかしいな。じゃあ、シロはマスターじゃないの？
But from what you said, you didn't get the magic crest, right? That's strange. Then you're not a master.
いや、魔術刻印のない半人前の魔術師だけど、マスターだぞ。
No, I'm an amateur magus with no magic crest, but I'm still a master. Yeah, okay, we're just gonna divulge this information to her. That's a good idea, Shiro. That's good.
魔術師なんだよな。
How about you, Ilya? You're a master, so you're a magus, right?
え、私魔術師なんかじゃなくてマスターだよ。
Huh? I'm not a magus, but I'm just a master.
普通の魔術なんて教わらなかったもの。
I was never taught any normal magic.
はあ？じゃあ親から魔術刻印を受け取らなかったのか。そのお城を持ってるぐらいの名門なんだろう。
Huh? Then you didn't get a magic crest from your parents? Your family is a noble family that even has a castle, right?
そうだけど魔術刻印ってマスターになるためのものじゃないの？だからマスターだよ、私。
That's right, but isn't a magic crest what you need to become a master? That's why I'm a master. Ilya tilts her head in confusion. I too tilt my head in confusion. It seems like Ilya's words are slightly off and we're not having a real conversation.
なあ、イリア。一つ聞くけど、イリアはどこに住んでるんだ？どうも、聖杯戦争のためだけにこの町に来たみたいだけど、それじゃあ、今はホテル暮らしとか？
Hey Ilya, I'll ask you something, but where are you living right now? It seems like you came here just for the Holy Grail War, so are you living in a hotel or something? No, first of all, it'll be terrible if she doesn't have a guardian. Well, she has Berserker. It's unheard of to let a child like this come to Japan by herself.
ホテル？それって別荘のこと？
Hotel? Do you mean the villa?
なあ、似たようなもんだ。家じゃないけど、泊まれるところ。
Yeah, something like that. It's a place you can stay, but it's not your house.
それならあるよ。ほら、あっちに大きな森があるよね。そこの奥におじいさまのおじいさまが建てた洋館があるの。アインツベルンのマスターはね、聖杯戦争の時はそこに住むんだって。
Then I have one. See, there's a forest over there, right? Deep in that is a Western-style mansion my grandfather's grandfather built. They say the Master of Einsburn lives there during the Holy Grail War. Ilya's pointing to the west. Certainly, there's a deep, undeveloped mountain forest in that direction.
あの森って車で1時間もかかるだろう。そこから一人で来てるのか、イリアは。
It takes about an hour to get there even with a car, right? Are you coming here from there alone?
うん。今日は抜け出してきたの。セラもリーゼリットもメイドのくせにうるさいんだもん。
Yeah, I snuck out today. Sella and Lesseret are my maids, but they're annoying.
せっかく日本に来たんだから、その間ぐらいは外に出てもいいと思うの。欲しいものは何だって手に入ったけど、
I think it's
いつも部屋に閉じこもってたんだから。
I'm
こ
just
れくらい
gonna
は
say
ご褒美な
Lesseret.
の。
I came to Japan, so I think I can go outside just while I'm here. I always got what I wanted, but I was always shut away in my room, so this is a reward.
部屋に閉じこもってたって。
You mean you were locked up in your room?
うん。雪が降るとね、体に悪いから外に出してもらえなかったの。だから大抵は部屋の中で遊んでたんだ。
Yeah, when it snowed, they didn't let me outside because it was bad for my body, so I was playing inside most of the time.
でも大丈夫だよ。こっちはお城ほど寒くないから一人でも平気だもん。
Oh, but I'm fine. It's not as cold here as at the castle, so I'm fine by myself. Ilya says so with a full smile. She swings her legs and it seems like she's having fun just doing so. Without knowing why, I put my hand into the grocery bag. I take out the dorayaki I was supposed to eat with Saber, and again, without knowing why, hand it to Ilya.
食べるか。安物だけど。
Do you want this? It's cheap though.
え？何それ？食べ物？
Huh? What is that? Food? No, it's human organs.
そうだよ。
I just like to keep them in a bag and carry them around with me.
これだけは別だ。うちは親子ともども、お茶受けはこいつなんだ。
That's right. I don't like sweets, but this is an exception. This is the snack my father and I always have with tea.
そのくれるの？
So, I can have it? Ilya looks up at me timidly.
やる。一人で食ってもうまくないから、二人で食おう。
Yeah, it's no good if I eat by myself, so let's eat together. Saber's gonna be mad. I hand her the dorayaki. Ilya hesitates and then takes the Japanese snack that I'm sure she's never seen before.
ありがとう。
Hey, yeah, thanks. She eats it happily. Her gestures are so enthusiastic that the expression stuffing her cheeks fits perfectly. I eat my dorayaki as well and endure the shock that attacked the back of my head. Jeez. Why was I thinking it might be nice to have a smaller sister like this?
けど、本当に。
But, really, I think Ilya's too innocent. So innocent that it's probably her putting on a facade. I wonder... This girl might really be a child who doesn't yet know the difference between good and evil. I can barely imagine how a child born in a family of magi is raised. But still, I can tell the environment Ilya was raised in wasn't normal. Tosaka is like that, but she's a Magus by nature from the core. She has accepted the Holy Grail War and the killings between masters as murder. But maybe this girl became a master without knowing what it means to kill someone. I've only talked a bit with her, but I don't think Ilya is a girl that would want to kill others. So... Ilya, this is a serious subject, but... Then, Ilya suddenly raises her head as if called by someone. Ilya, what's wrong?
もう帰らないと。バーサーカーが起きちゃった。
Yeah, I have to go home. Berserker woke up. She jumps off the bench. Ilya runs out of the park without saying goodbye and disappears in the blink of an eye. I get back to the house. I decide to keep it a secret that I met Ilya. How are you gonna explain that missing taiyaki or whatever the fuck it was called? What was it called? Taiyaki, whatever, who cares? I know it's something that I should tell her about right away, but I still don't want her to tell her about it. The Ilya I met at the park wasn't a master. I talked with Ilya about trifling matters as we parted in a trifling manner as well. So I'm hesitant to tell others about what happened today. I feel guilty since it's like I'm hiding something from them, but it's because I don't want to think of the Ilya I met today as my enemy. Nope, she's just my little sister. After eating lunch with Saber, we continue to train at the dojo, and before I know it, it's time for dinner already. I rest my tired body and take a bath to wash my sweat off. And when I go to the living room, dinner is prepared. I'm a bit moved. It's nice having dinner ready without me doing anything when I come out of the bath. And beautiful women make cooking for me too. Actually, his house is full of women now, isn't it? Amiya-kun, it's dinner time. What are you doing standing there like an idiot? Is it dementia? But... unfortunately, she's a tsundere. Why does she have to say something that totally destroys the moment? Nothing. Dinner, right? I'll eat it gratefully. Where's Saber?
セイバーさんならシローの部屋に行ったみたいだけど、会わなかった？おかしいな。さっきまでここにいたけど。
I guess Saber-san went to Shiro's room. Didn't you see her? That's weird. She was here until a second ago.
旅館みたいに入り組んだ家だからすれ違ったんじゃない？いいわ。セイバーは私が呼んでくるから。エミヤ君はもう一度洗面所に行ってきなさい。
Maybe you two missed each other since this place is as complicated as a hotel. Alright, I'll go get Saber, so you should go to the bathroom again. Your hair isn't completely dry yet. Oh, you're right. Sorry. Then I'll leave Saber to you. I waved my hand to Tosuka and returned to the hallway. As Tosuka said, the Emiya house has many paths because of the aimless reconstruction. The worst one is the route to the bathroom, and it really is like a hotel because you can get there from my room or from the living room. I entered the bathroom. I don't like hair dryers, so I used the towel I used before. And there's that. Pretty sure you guys are probably going to be seeing a black screen now because YouTube censorship. In an instant, I forget everything that happened today.
Shiro.
And just focus on the ass I'm seeing in front of me right now. Shiro. I hear a voice. The figure in front of me is saying something.
二度湯のようですが、今は私が使っています。できれば遠慮してもらえると助かるのですが。
It seems you are here to take a bath again, but I am using it at the moment. It would be helpful if you could reserve yourself for now. She says so without hesitation. I have to explain. I know I have to explain to her that this is an accident, but my head is totally blank. After all, this had enough impact to make me forget everything that happened today. I don't think I have to... Oh, actually, I do have to read that because you guys can't see anything right now.
シロ、湯にのぼせたのですか？耳まで真っ赤ですが、体を冷やすのなら縁側に出るべきです。
Shiro, have you been in the bath too long? Even your ears are red. If you would like to cool down, you should go to the porch. Yeah, I'll do so, but I have to apologize first. I look away from Saber and calm my pounding heart. Lies, Shiro, you were totally trying to do that. This was an accident. I wasn't trying to look at your naked body. No, I can't ask you to forgive me from the moment we met like this. So you have to get angry at me, or so you can get angry at me. I say so while trying to look down and calming myself the best I can. Saber thinks for a while.
Shiro, 顔を上げてください。
Shiro, please raise your head. She says in her usual manner. Yeah. I raise my head as she tells me to. Why are you still like that? In front of me is Saber, still as she was before.
シロが謝るほどのことではありませんから。このような場面を見たところで気にする必要はないと言いたいのです。
It is nothing you should apologize for. I would like to say that there is nothing you should be worried about just from seeing something like my bare body. Huh?
以前にも言ったでしょう。サーバントにとって性別などさまつなこと
I
だ
have
と。
told you before, the servant's gender is meaningless.
シロは私の体を見て慌てているようですが、私は女性である前にサーバントです。ですから、そのような気遣いは不要かと。
It seems you are in a panic because you saw my body as a woman, but I am a servant before I am a woman, so I believe such consideration is unnecessary. What? What is she saying? No, even if Saber herself says that, it doesn't change the fact that she's really feminine. Or could it be? I have an idea, but is it true? I'll ask, but don't tell me you're not embarrassed by people seeing your body.
なぜ恥じる必要があるのです。
Why would I need to be embarrassed? I thought so. But even if she doesn't care, I'll definitely go insane. I'm sorry. Anyways, I'm going to apologize. If anything like this happens again, you can do what you want with me. I turn around 180 degrees and exit from the dressing room awkwardly. Saber looks at me in her usual manner until I disappear. Well then, there was that. Dinner ends. I think it was a normal dinner table for everyone except me. I could not contain my boner. As for me, I couldn't even sense the taste with the scene in the dressing room flickering in my mind. It's cold. I opened the window by the porch and was cooling my head off, but I'm done with that. I'll catch a cold if I keep doing this.
シロ、ここにいたのですか。
Shiro, you were here.
セイバー、なんだよ。俺になんか言う。
Saber, what? Is there some business?
私ではなくシローにあるかと。いいのですか？夜はリンに魔術を教わる。
I believe you have one and not me. I thought you were to learn magic from Rin that night. Oh, I hit my head.
すっかり忘れてた。サンキュー。今すぐ行ってくれ。
I totally forgot. Thanks. I'll go right away. I run into the outbuilding and go to the second floor. I knock on the door of the guest room that Tosca occupies.
シロー、いいわよ。ちょっと今手が離せないから勝手に入って。
Shiro, it's fine. I don't have my hands free at the moment, so just come in. Tosaka's voice comes back, somehow without composure. What? As soon as I enter the room, I see Tosaka doing something weird. Tosaka has something like a jewel in her hand and a syringe in the other hand, and a handkerchief in her mouth.
質問していいかな。
Can I ask Tosaka?
待って、今日の夜はこれで終わりだから。
I'm not reading that. Saying that, Tosaka puts the needle into her arm. She draws blood out of herself, and taking the blood, she drips it one drop at a time onto the jewel and grasps the bloody jewel. Something like dizziness passes by. I'm barely able to tell that it's the light of the magical energy, but... Okay, I guess they're not saying sigh. Be funny if they were, though. Only 3/10 after this much. I guess I'll have to do with the 9 I have. Tosaka slumps her shoulders and puts the stone back into some kind of a jewelry box. Tosaka, I'm here for your lesson as promised. But first, I'm curious about what she was doing. Ritual sacrifice to Saint. Yeah, I was waiting. You were training your body with Saber during the day, right? Then you should train what's inside during the night. Tosaka seems happy as if she's more than ready to teach. Saber said she wasn't any good at teaching, but I bet this one's the complete opposite. Putting that aside.
さて、それじゃあ何から行こうか。確かシローは強化の魔術しか使えないって言ってたけど。
Well, what should we start with? I think you were saying you can only use the strengthening magic. Actually, could I ask you something before that? I'm curious. What were you just doing? It's dangerous to use needles on yourself. No big deal, I was just injecting myself with some methamphetamine.
あれ？あれは魔弾を作ってただけよ。うちの魔術は力の流動と転換だからね。
Magic
こうやって余裕
bullets.
があるときは自分の魔力をよそに移しておくのよ。
Oh, that? I was just making magic bullets. The magics of my family are flow and conversion of power, so when I have enough to spare, I transfer my magical energy somewhere else. Tosaka concludes the conversation, leaving me way behind. I'm right there with you, Shiro. Hold on, what do you mean by magic bullet and transferring magical energy?
魔弾は魔弾よ。魔力のこもった弾。
Yeah, because that definitely explains it. Magic bullets are magic bullets. It's a bullet filled with magical energy.
宝石は人の念が宿りやすいって聞いたことない？実際宝石は魔力を貯めやすいものなんだけど、うちの家系はさらに相性がいいみたいなのよね。
Haven't you ever heard that people's thoughts tend to go into jewels? In practice, jewels are easy targets to transfer magical energy into, but it seems my family is even more compatible with it than most.
魔力を込めるっていうのは、例えば今日一日何もしなかったら体力は余ってるでしょ？その余った分の力を宝石に溜め込んでおくの。
Transfer magical energy. Well, for example, you have excess strength left over if you do nothing for the whole day, right? I'm storing that excess power in the jewels.
これを何日、何ヶ月、何年と続けて宝石自体を魔術にするのよ。
You keep on doing this for days, months, and years, and that turns the jewels themselves into magic.
もっとも宝石自体にだってキャパはあるし、 自分から離れた魔力なんてものは操れない。
But then, the jewels have limited capacities and I cannot control magical energy outside me.
宝石に込めた魔力っていうのはあくまで大魔術を瞬間的に発動させるため
The
だけ
magical
の
energy inside the
イグニッション
jewels
に
is
過ぎ
just
ない
an
んだよね。
ignition to instantly activate a large-scale magic.
要するに自分の魔力を宝石に込めて
So you're putting your magical energy into the jewels as a backup?
バックアップ
Backup!
近いけど違うっていうか、使い捨てのリュックサックの中身を詰めてるだけよ。
Backup? Close, but not quite. I'm just filling up a single-use disposable backup. Or backpack. Disposable
じゃ
backpack.
あ一時的にハードディスクを増設してるってことか。すごいな。それなら魔術なんて使いたい放題じゃないか。
So you mean you're temporarily expanding the hard disk? That's amazing. Wait, hard disk? So we're comparing this to a hard drive now? So you should be able to use as much magic as you want. I guess that makes some sense, but...
ハードディスク？
Hard
あんたの言
disk!
ってることはよくわからないけど、
English!
そこまで便利なものじゃないわよ。魔力は宝石に込めた時点でその宝石の属性に染まるから
What's a
用途が
hard
限られて
disk?
しまうわけだし。
Hard disk? I don't know what you're talking about, but it's not that useful. The magical energy I put into the jewel has died in that jewel's attribute, so its use has become limited.
それにしても驚いたな。魔力っていうのはそういう風に貯めておくこともできるものなんだ。
I see, but I'm surprised. I didn't know you could save up magical energy like that.
そんな便利なことなんで他の魔術師はしないんだろう。
Why don't other magi do something so useful? Well, saying that, the only other magus I know is Kiritsugu.
自分以外のものに魔力を貯めるっていうのは特殊なのよ。
The ability to store that magical energy in something outside yourself is unique.
シロの強化だって物に魔力を込めているってことでしょ。通常ね、魔力の通ったものは何らかの変化をしてその魔力を使い切ってしまうものなの。魔術
Even
の
your
効果は
strengthening
瞬
is
間なん
putting
て永続じゃない
magical
でし
energy
ょ。
into something, right? Normally, whatever you put magical energy into changes in some way and uses up that magical energy. The effect of magical or magic is instantaneous and not permanent, right?
で、うちの家系はそうならないようにうまく宝石に魔力を流動させて永続的なものにしているんだけど、他の魔術師だって自分の体になら同じようなことはできるわ。
So my family does it in a way that isn't instantaneous. We cleverly put magical energy into the jewel so that it's permanent, but the other magi can do the same thing with their bodies.
それが魔術刻印。あらゆる魔術師が持っている魔術のバックアッ
That's
プ
the
じゃない。
magic crest, the magic backup that all magi have.
魔術刻印。ああ、親が子供に譲るっていう秘伝の話だな。俺それはないからどうもピンとこない。
Magic crest. Oh, you mean the secret that a parent hands down to their child? I don't understand too well since I don't have one.
ちょっと、あんた今なんて言ったの？
Wait, what did you just say?
あ、いや、魔術刻印はないって言ったんだが、親父は持ってたみたいだけど譲られはしなかった。
Huh? Well, I said I don't have this magic crest thing. I think father had one, but he never gave it to me. That's blasphemous, Shiro. Tosaka gasps and nods to herself.
道理で素人同然のわけだ。じゃあ本当に一からやってるのね。なら確かにしょうがないか。
No wonder you're an amateur, so you're really doing things from the very beginning. Yeah, then I guess it can't be helped, she murmurs to herself.
遠坂、俺に魔術刻印がないってずいぶん前に気がついてた
Tosaka,
んじゃないの
haven't you realized that I don't have a magic crest?
そんなわけないでしょ。知ってたら一人でなんか行動させなかったわよ。そりゃ半人前だなって思ってたけど、魔術刻印がないならそもそも魔術師じゃないじゃない、シロは。
No way, I wouldn't have let you go out by yourself if I'd known. Well, it's true that I thought you were unskilled, but if you don't have a magic crest, you're not even a magus. You're just an ordinary master. She gives me a complaining look with a humph. But what is it? Her words have a warmness that sounds like relief, but it sounds as if she's envious that I'm not a magus.
まあいいわ。そういうことなら一から説明してあげる。魔術刻印が何なのかを知るってことは、 魔術師ってものを知るってことだから。
Oh well, in that case I'll explain things to you from the very beginning. Understanding the magic crest means understanding magi.
はい、シロはそこに座って。
It's time for more lessons
大事
from
な話だから
Tosaka.
ちゃん
Yay!
と腰を落ち着かせて聞くこと。
Exposition. Alright, you sit there. It's an important lesson, so listen up.
ここでいいのか？よし。
Yours
始めて
fine?
くれ。
Alright, go ahead. I look into Tosaka's eyes with determination. She must appreciate my seriousness as she nods in satisfaction.
じゃあ簡単な話から入るけど、
Then I'll start off with something simple.
魔術を使うのに必要なものが魔力だってことは知ってるわよね。魔術さえ発動させられるなら、それらはすべて魔力と言い
You
換
know
えて
that
も差し
magical
支えは
energy is
ない
what you need to use magic, right? You can actually refer to anything that can activate magic as magical energy.
魔力の種類は千差万別。
There's an infinite variety of magical energy.
自分だけの精神力を持って魔術を使用する者もいれば、自分以外の対価を持って魔術を使用する者もい
There
る。
are some that perform magic using their force of will, and there are some that use magic by paying a price other than themselves.
ここまでは知ってるでしょ。
You know this much, right?
ああ、マナとオドのことだろ。マナが自然、世界に満ちてる魔力。オドが個人が生成できる魔力だ。
Yeah, you mean the mana and the Odo, right? The large source is the magical energy in the world that fills nature. The small source is the magical energy that people can create themselves.
そうそう、よくできました。じゃあそのマナを用いた魔術から順に説明しま
That's
しょう。
right. Well done. Now let's start with the magic that uses the large source.
いいシロ、積み重ねた歴史が浅い魔術師、要するにシロのことね。はすでに形あるものを持って魔力となすの。
Okay, magi that lack an accumulated lineage of magi like you, Shiro, use something that already has a form like magic to make magical energy.
これは古くからシステムとして確立している儀式。供物を持って神秘と接触する方法よ。
This is a method established as a process in ancient times, using offerings and rituals to make contact with the divine mystery.
自身の力だけでは足りないから、代価を用意して取引するというフォーマルクラ
They
フト。
prepare a price to pay since their powers are not sufficient. This is called the formal craft.
これなら術者の魔力が希薄でも魔術が作用する。何しろ使用する魔力は
She
自
should
分
be a
からではな
college
く、
professor with all the information she's fucking
術
teaching
者が
us
ただ
right
儀式
now.
を行うだけでいい。
I can't remember everything, Tosaka. Stop it. This way, magic can be activated even if the caster's magical energy is sparse. This is because the magical energy used comes not from the caster but from somewhere else, so the caster only needs to perform the ritual.
けどまあ、
What is with
こう
that
いう
face?
のは知識がないとできないからね。
That's like an awkward
シロ
smile.
にはまだ無理だし、そもそもこういう血生臭いのは向いてないわ。
But,
あなたには
well, you can't do it if you don't have the knowledge. It's impossible for you right now, and anyway, such a bloody method doesn't suit you.
だな。俺も鳥の生贄とか
Sacrifice a
魔法陣を
chicken.
知って一晩中祈るとか、そういうのはやりたく
Right,
ない
and I don't want to sacrifice a chicken or spend the whole evening praying in a magic circle.
でしょ。
Right?
じゃあこれは置いといて、次はオド。つまり魔術師個人の力で行う魔術のこと。
Then putting that aside, next is the small source. So in other words, magic that is cast using the Magi's own power.
もう言うまでもないと思うけど、これが私やあなたの
The
基本
Odo
的な魔術講師よ。
I don't think I need to explain, but this is the basic use of magic for someone like you and me.
シロの強化は他者の力を借りないでする自身の魔術回路だけを頼りにした魔術でしょ。
Your strengthening is a magic that relies on your own magic circuit, not on borrowing anyone else's power, right? I nod. It seems that the conversation is going into the main point. Well, fucking
そ
finally.
の自分だけの魔力を生成する機能。魔術回路っていうのは先祖代々受け継がれる遺伝体質なの。
Well, the function that creates magical energy for you, the magic circuit, is a hereditary constitution that is passed down the ancestral lineage of magi.
魔術回路は何代も重ねて鍛え上げられ、より強さを増して子孫に継承される
The
わ。
magic circuit has trained over many generations and passed on to the descendants, becoming more powerful.
魔術師の家系の子供はそれだけで魔術に適した人間ってわけ。フェアじゃないけど、私とシローはスタート地点からして違う。
The child of a magi lineage is already fit to use magic just because of that. It's not fair, but it means we're different from the start.
それは知ってる。 気にしてないから話を続けてい
I
い
know
ぞ
that. I don't care, so you can continue on.
別に気にしてなんかないけど。
I don't really care either, but
まあいいわ。それでね、そういった魔術回路とは別に、その家系が代々鍛え上げてきた秘伝
oh
の魔
well,
術って
other
いうのがある
than
のよ。
this magic circuit, there is also a secret magic that the family trains over the generations.
さっきの宝石と似てるかな。一つの魔術を極めるとね。
It's kind of like that jewel earlier. Once one masters a magic, a magus can put their hands on that magic.
本来なら形のない、ただの公式に過ぎない魔術を手に取れる感覚ってわか
Do you
る？
know the feeling of putting your hands on a magic that is just that is naturally just formulas and has no shape?
わからないが体の一部になったようなものなんだから手に取れるっていうことは
I don't know, but I assume it's like part of your body if you can put your hands on it.
ご名答。
Exactly.
扱われる式という域を超えて、もはや自分自身となった魔術っていうのは
The magic that goes beyond the level of formulas and becomes part of yourself can be left in a form.
それは不安定な魔術を確立させる偉業であり、同時にその魔術師が生きた証でもあ
It
る。
is a great deed that establishes an unstable magic, and at the same time, it is proof that the magus existed.
で、魔術師は死ぬ間際に自分が成し得た偉業を刻印として後継者に譲るのよ。これをやるから自分が成し得なかった地点に到達し
And
ろ。
the magus, on the verge of
もしか
death,
したら
hands
わしが
down
残
this
した
great
刻印
accomplishment in a
が何か
crest,
の役に立つか
like
もしれない
saying,
ってね。
I give you this to reach the realms I could not reach. Perhaps this crest I will give you might offer some help.
まあ残した方も残された方もそんな刻印が何の役にも立たないって
Well,
分
the
かって
one
るん
handing
だ
it
けどさ。
down and the one receiving it both know the crest is of no help, though.
なんだよそれだけすごい刻印なのに何の役にも立たないのか
What? It's such a great crest and yet it's useless?
立つわよ。普通に魔術師やってれば
I am
刻印
offended
一つ
by that,
左
sir.
打ちはっていうぐらい役に立つわ。
It is useful. If you're a normal magus, it's so useful that one crest will provide you with ease and comfort.
まあけどそれは自動車をもらった
It's
ような
like
ものなのよ。
inheriting a car.
どんなに地上を速く走れても
My dad got me this
好き
new
なのにたどり着けない。
BMW, guys. I'm gonna go get drunk and crash into the ditch. Yeah! But, well, it's like inheriting a car. No matter how fast you can travel on the ground, you can never reach the moon. That makes no sense. Okay.
いいから話の続き。
It doesn't matter. So let's get back to the topic at hand.
もう分かったと思うけど、その刻印っていうのが
I think you already know by now, but this crest is the magic crest.
その家柄の
It's not like the normal
一生
crest.
かけて完成
It's the
させた
magical
魔術を
crest.
刻印にして子孫に譲り、子孫はさらに次の魔術を完成させて刻印を増やし、また子孫に継承する。
The head of the family puts the magic he devoted in his life into that crest and passes it on. And the descendant completes another magic increasing the crest and passes it on again.
そうして複雑さを増し、深い歴史を刻んだものが魔術刻印。魔術師にとって逃れようのない縛りってこと。
It grows more complex like that, and a deep history is engraved into it. That's the magic crest, a chain that a magus cannot free themselves from.
つまり魔術刻印には
So,
その家系の
everything
全て
about
が
that
記録さ
family
れてい
is
るってこと
recorded
か
in the magic crest?
ああ、それは違う。家系の記録はちゃんと書物で残してるわよ。
Oh, that's wrong. The record of the family is naturally left on paper. Only magic is in the magic crest.
勝手に呪文詠唱をしてくれたり、自分が習得していない魔術も使えたりするだけ。
It can cast spells automatically and allow you to use magics that you have not yet acquired.
わかりやすく言えば、自分の体に魔法陣を刻んで
To
い
put
るよ
it
うなもの
simply,
か
it's
な。
like it's like carving a magic circle onto your body.
それじゃあさ別に刻印は誰に刻んでもいいってことにならないか魔法陣なら形さえ知っていればいくつでも書けるじゃないか
Doesn't that mean that you can carve the crest on anyone? You can draw a magic circle as many times as you want if you know the shape of it.
それがそういうわけにもいかないのよ。
That's not the way it works.
魔術刻印っていうのはね、生き物みたいなものなの。
The magic crest is like a living thing. It's almost like transplanting organs.
臓器は一つしかないものだから、何人かに分け与えるとか写本するとか、そういったことはできないの。
There's usually one of an organ, so you can give it away to numerous people or make copies of it. There's no point in dividing the heart into two, right? Even if you separate it, it just stops functioning.
そうか。確かに。それじゃあ遠坂にもその刻印は移植されてるのか。
Oh. I see. You're right. Then you had that crest transplanted into you too?
移植ってのは我ながら後ろ向きな例えだったわね。
I guess the transplant was... Or, I guess the term transplant was a bad example. Actually, it's no different from a tattoo.
私の場合は左腕、肩から手までびっしりね。ただ魔術刻印は使わなければ浮かび上がらないから霊樹と違って隠す必要はない。
In my case, it's on my left arm from my shoulder to my hand, but the magic crest won't show up unless I use it, so there's no need to hide it unlike the command spell.
まあそんなわけだから魔術師の家系っていうのは一子相伝だったりするの。
So, well, that's why a family of magi is succeeded by only one descendant.
その家に兄弟がいた場合、どちらかは魔術を教えられずに一般人として暮らすのが常なのよ。だって魔術刻印を渡せないんだから魔術師として大成されても
If the family
あまり意
happens
味
to
がないも
produce
の。
brothers or sisters, it is common for the rest of them to live normally without learning about magic. Since you can't give them the magic crest, there's not much point in even if they succeed as a magus.
まあ、それはシンジも言ってた。そうか。そういう理由で桜は教えられな
Yeah,
かった。
Shinji was saying that too. I see. So that's why they didn't teach Sakura.
ええ。けどマトウの家は何代か前から刻印の継承自体が止まってるわ。だからシンジに教えられたのは魔導の知識だけなんでし
Yes,
ょ。
but the inheritance of the crest itself stopped a few generations ago in the Mato family. So I assume Shinji was only taught knowledge of magic.
ほんと、そういう出会いが一番厄介なのよね。
Really,
魔術ってものを
those type are the
実感
most
できないくせ
troubling.
に魔
They
術を
can't
使
feel
おう
the
って言う
magic,
ん
but
だ
they
から。
still try to use it. Cursing in a disappointed manner, Tosaka takes a deep breath.
さて、魔術を教えるってことだったけど、ちょっと予定が変わったわ。シローに魔術刻印がないんなら、違った方針を
Well,
立て
I
ない
was
といけない
supposed to
し。
teach you magic, but the plan's changed. I'll have to come up with a different plan if you don't have a magic crest.
うん。今夜はここでお開きにしましょう。明日までにはいろいろと用意しておくから、それまで待ってちょうだい。
Yeah, let's call it quits for tonight. I'll prepare some things for tomorrow, so please wait until then.
遠坂がそう言うんならうなずくしかないんだが。
I can only agree, but what do you mean by
その
preparing
用
some
意しておく
things?
って。
Ritualistic
だからいろいろよ。
sacrifices. Of
刻
course.
印がないってことはあなたスイッチできないんでしょ。体の中身をいじるんだからお薬とか矯正器具とか必要じゃない？
Just some things. If you don't have a crest, you can't switch, right? We're going to tamper inside your body, so we need drugs and medical tools and things. Whoa, I really felt a chill there.
なに？嫌だって言うんならやめるけど、その場合私が教えてあげられることはなくなるわよ。
What? I'll stop if you don't want to, but in that case, there'll be nothing I can teach you.
いや、嫌だけど、頼む。 遠坂の言う
No,
のは
I
多
don't
分
want
正し
to,
い。
but please, you're probably correct. Well, I don't know what she meant by the word switch, but I think the fact that I can't do so is related to the fact that I always fail when trying to turn myself into a magic circuit.
じゃあ明日はそれで決まりね。
Then tomorrow's plan is decided.
そうだ。あなた明日もセイバーと剣の鍛錬をするつもり？
Oh yeah, are you going to be training with Saber again tomorrow?
ああ、そうだけど、学校の
All day, every day.
だけど、
Training with
活
Saber.
動するまでまだ時間
Getting my ass handed to me by
それま
Saber.
で少しは戦えるように
Because
な
I
ってい
can't
たい
fight
な
for shit. Yeah, I'm also worried about the boundary field at school, but there's still time until it's activated. I want to be able to fight at least a bit by then.
まあいいけど、その割にはセイバーとはうまくいってないようじゃない？
Well, that's fine, but it seems you aren't getting along with Saber too well in spite of that.
それは、
That's,
夕食前までは普通に話せてたのに、夕食から妙に黙り込
Oh,
んでた
she's
し。
on to us. You guys were talking normally before dinner, but you've been silent since dinner time.
念のために聞くけど、あなたたちうまくいってるんでしょうね。いざ戦闘って時に仲違いされたら 私たちまで被害を受けるんだか
I'm
ら。
asking to make sure, but everything's alright between you two, right? If you guys disagree during a battle, I'm going to suffer as well. Ugh. It's just that there was a small thing before dinner, and it's just a bit awkward. Yeah, there was a little bit of a thing there. That's all, but are things really alright between me and Saber? Well, I think I know a bit about Saber, having trained with her all day, or all today. I can trust Saber as an ally. That's absolute. But if you ask me how I think of her beyond that, I can't readily answer. First of all, all my proper emotions were stolen away by that instant. Or at that instant.
難しいな。そういう遠坂はどうなんだよ。セイバーのことを好きなの
That's a
か
difficult question. How about you, Tosaka? Do you like Saber?
好きよ。だって嫌いになる要素が
I
ない
like
じゃな
her.
い。
There's no reason not to like her.
強いし礼儀正しいし綺麗だし。うちの皮肉屋とは大違いだわ。
She's strong, well-mannered, and beautiful. She's so different from my cynical guy.
そうか。遠坂はセイバーが好きなのか。
I see, so you like Saber. Yes, like that.
何よ。素直に好きな部類だって言っただけ
I'll
で
bet
しょ。
Tosaka's actually bi.
あなたね、
I
そ
would
の
be
ストレー
surprised.
トな物言いは直しなさい。いろいろ敵を作りやすいから。
What? I just said she's the kind of person I like. You should stop saying things so directly. You'll make more enemies that way.
お断りだ。もともと口下手なんだよ、俺は。
I refuse. I hate being indirect like you, and I'm a poor talker by nature.
そうでしょうよ。嫌味とか皮肉とか口にしなさそうだものね、シロは。
I assumed
ど
so.
うせ私のことなんて口うるさい
You
嫌な
don't
やつだ
seem
と
like
か
the
思っ
kind
て
to
る
be
でしょ。
sarcastic or cynical. Yeah, I'll bet you think of me as a loud, annoying person, right? Yep.
なんでさ。俺、遠坂が言う分には好きだぞ。
Why? I like the way you say things. It wouldn't seem like you if you weren't like that. Sun. Oh. Tosaka looks away from me unpleasantly. I might have angered her. You activated her dare mode. Well, beyond that, I'm a bit happy right now since Tosaka said she likes Saber. The day ends. I feel uneasy with Saber sleeping next to me, so I escape to the shed once again. I stop walking and stare at the winter sky. It's not that it's exceptionally beautiful, it just calms me when I blankly feel the coldness of the winter. I don't know how long I did so, but I feel like I hear footsteps from within the darkness.
誰だ。
Who is it? There's no reply, but the footsteps come closer along with a sharp presence. I lower my waist and prepare so I can jump back anytime.
おい。誰だって聞いてるんだ。
Hey, I'm asking, who is it? There's no reply. The cause of the footsteps appears in front of me without stopping. Oh, look who it is. We haven't seen you for a while. He says nothing but glances at me.
What? 確か。
You're... He's the servant that was fighting Lancer that night at school. The red armored knight that Saber beat after she jumped over the wall.
遠坂のサーバント。アーチャーか。
You're Tosaka's servant. Archer? The man raises the sides of his mouth a bit. He smiled, so can I take that as affirmation? Something annoys me. I feel irritated for no reason. Or I should say, I can't get myself to like this guy. I've never talked with him, nor has he attacked me. But still, I understand the moment I see him faced on. I cannot approve of him. There's no reason for it, but I just can't like him. It's not just me, it should be the same for Archer. There can't be 3 people in this world who match me so badly. He's someone like that to me, so it'll be no surprise if he considers me irritating as well.
何の用だ。傷が治るまで見張りに徹するんじゃないのかよ。
What, weren't you going to confine yourself to keeping watch until your injury healed?
無論そのつもりだ。私の傷が治り次第、このくだらん協定も終わらせる。故に、 お前と話すことなどないと今まで傍観していたのだがな。
Of course, I intend to do so. I will end this ridiculous cooperation once my wound heals. That is why I've remained as a spectator, believing that I have nothing to tell you.
なんだ、遠慮しないで傍観してろ。俺もお前と話すことなんてない。
Oh, don't hold back and stay as a spectator. I don't have anything to talk to you about either.
そうしたいのは山々だが見逃せないことがあってな。
As much as I'd like to do so, there's something I cannot overlook.
お前
It seems you are not letting Saber fight.
悪いかよ。
What's wrong with that? I automatically answer him back. With clear enmity, Archer glares at me.
やはり小僧の考えそうなことだ。
As I thought, it is indeed something a kid like you would think.
他人の助けはいらない。できることは全て自分でやる。
There's no need for help from others. I can do everything myself.
加えて犠牲者は一人も出したくないか。
And on top of that, there can't be any victims, huh?
その思考
I'm disgusted with that attitude of yours.
お前に言われる筋合いなんかないぞ。
What? You have no reason to tell me that.
俺は俺が正しいと思うことをするだけだ。文句を言われる言われは
I'm just going to do what I believe is right. You have no reason to complain.
筋合いはある。同じサーバントとしてセイバーの苦労は理解できるからな。お前のようなマスターではセイバーの負担も大きかろう。
I have a reason. As a servant just like her, I can understand Saber's troubles. Saber must bear a large burden with a master like you. Partly because what he says is true, but even more than that, I can't stand having this guy say it.
ふざけるな。俺はセイバーに負担なんてかけていない。あいつの代わりに俺が戦うんだから、それでいいじゃないか。
Don't kid me. I'm not a burden to Saber. I'm going to fight in her place, so that should be fine.
戦わなければ傷つかないとでも。サーバントは戦うためだけの存在だ。それから戦いを奪うことこそ冒涜だが。
Huh. Are you saying she won't get hurt if she doesn't
お前
fight?
に言っても始まる前。
Servants are beings that only exist to fight, but it is an insult to deny fighting to such a being. But telling you that won't do any good. After saying what he wants, Archer closes his mouth. For a few minutes, Archer and I confront each other silently. I gulp. He could stare, his cold stare seems to be looking inside me. And suddenly,
それでどうなのだ、セイバーのマスターよ。
so, how shall it be, Saber's master? The Red Knight calmly requests an answer.
どうって何が。
What do you mean?
お前は本気で戦わずにこの争いを終わらせるつもりか。誰とも争わず、誰も殺さず。
Do you really intend to finish this war without fighting? Not fighting anyone, not killing anyone, and not letting anyone be killed?
争わないとは言ってないだろう。戦う時
I didn't say I won't fight. I'll fight when the time comes.
なるほど。それで戦っても誰
I
も
see.
殺さない。
So you won't kill anyone even if you fight.
そうだよ。なんか文句あるか。
That's right. You have a problem with that?
お前の甘ったるい考えに邪魔などせんよ。そんな余裕はないし、そこまで推奨ではない。
I won't interfere with your overly optimistic thinking. I don't have the time, and I'm not that crazy. Archer turns his back.
だが、間違えるな。お前が気取る正義の味方とは、ただの掃除屋だ。その方法で救える者は、生き残った者だけと知れ。
But do not misunderstand. The superhero you are being is no more than a cleaner. Know that the only people you can save like that are the ones that survive. I wonder why. Those words make me feel like I've been beaten all over.
待てよ。正義の味方の。どこが
Hold
掃除屋だっ
on.
ていうん
What do
だ
you mean by a superhero being just a cleaner?
お前も気がついているはずだがな。
You should have realized it already too.
いいか。その方法では、悲しい出来事、悲惨な死を元に戻す
Look,
ことはでき
your
ない。
methods will not allow you to reverse a sad event or a miserable death.
もともと、
Those are
そ
the
れが限
limits.
正義の味方なんてものは起きた出来事を効率よく片付けるだけの存在だ。お前はお前が救いたいと思うものこそ。
A superhero is someone that tidies up events that have already taken place. You will definitely not be able to save the people you want to save the most. That's not true. The hand reaching out to save someone must be able to save that person.
理想論はあくまで理想に過ぎない。お前が理想を抱き続ける限り、現実との摩擦は増え続ける。
An ideal is only an ideal after all.
お前が取ろうとしている道はそういうもの。
As long as you embrace that ideal, the friction with reality will continue to increase. The path that you are about to take is of that sort.
ならば、いつか現実に直面し、その折り合いのツケを支払う時が来る。お前のその選択が。
So you will someday face reality and will have to pay the price for your compromises. That choice of yours might end up taking the lives of many people. What?
覚悟ぐらいはしておけ。己の賠償さを実感した時、まず何を正し、誰を罰するかと。
Be at least prepared when you realize how small you are. Decide what you will make right and whom you will punish.
それができぬようなら、その夢も、その魔術も。
If you cannot do so, then throw away those dreams and magics of yours right now. His back disappears into the night.
いいか。誰が何をしようと、救われぬものというのは確固として存在する。お前の理想で救えるものは、お前の理想だけだ。
Understand? No matter what anyone does, people that cannot be saved will always exist. All you can do is save your ideal. All you can do to save with your damn it, all you can, excuse me, save with your ideal is the ideal itself. That is all humans can do.
それでも。
But still.
おい待てよ。お前何を言いたいんだ。
Hey, wait, what are you trying to say? My question vanishes into the darkness. Archer's presence is already gone, and my voice only reaches empty air.
なんだあいつ。言いたいだけ嫌味を言って消えやがって。
What's with him? He disappears after mouthing off like that? To summarize, he was telling me that my way of thinking is too optimistic and that I'll soon have a painful experience. How can anyone conclude that I'm wrong before I even try?
覚悟はできてる。俺が間違っていた時は、この命を差し出すだ
I'm
け。
ready. If I'm wrong, I'll just pay with my life. That must be the readiness as a magus. I know that without having Archer tell me.
本当にあいつとは肌が合わないな。
I really can't get along with him. But still, I have one concern. No matter what anyone does, there will always be people that cannot be saved. Humans can only do so little. But still.
それでも、一度も振り返らず、その理想
But still, can I follow that ideal without turning back even once? I mutter to myself. I feel like that's what he wanted to ask me before he stopped himself.